Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Dandavat Pranam. Welcome to Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya. Today we are very happy to have the association of His Grace Satcidananda Govind Prabhuji. He'll be sharing Bhagavata from 4th Canto, 28th chapter, verse number 27. The chapter is titled Puranjana becomes a woman in the next slide. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all of you. And very good morning and Shubhodaya.
Shubhodaya, Prabhuji.
So,
yes, Prabhuji, we can start.
Om Jnana-vrindasya Jnana-Salakayam Chakshuro Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidinamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatadeshadharini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Bol Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki, Hare Rama Sankirtan ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna, welcome all of you to today's wonderful Srimad Bhagavatam session. So, Prabhu, can you share the shloka?
Yes, Prabhu.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Nyasam Tado Jayam Mudiraye Nashtaprayesha Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandakopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter Canto 4, chapter 28, text number 27. Anantapare tamasi magdo nashta spriti samaha shashvatir anubhuyartim pravata sangha dushitaha. Word meaning, Anantapare, unlimitedly expanded. Tamasi, in the material existence of darkness. Magnaha, being merged. Nashtaspritihi, bereft of all intelligence. Samaha, for many years. Shashvatihi, practically, eternally. Anubhuyaha, experiencing, arthin, the threefold miseries. Pramataha, of woman. Sangaha, by association. Dushitaha, being contaminated. Translation, Professor Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Due to his contaminated association with women, a living entity like King Puranjana eternally suffers all the pangs of material existence and remains in the dark region of material life, bereft of all remembrance for many, many years. Hare Krishna. Who purport I'll read when I'm going to the class. Okay, Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Om Jnanativrandasya Jnananjana Salakayam Sakturu Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Supadhatikam Vandegam Shri Guru Shri Udapatakabalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sakrdatam Dhagana Raghunathavitam Samsadivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagalita Shivishakabhitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dhinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kantaramurti Saptakanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishavarsude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarupasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Padithanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaye Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Hari Om Tat. Hare Krishna, we are in a wonderful session of Srimad Bhagavatam. How Puranjana became a woman. So in this chapter we can learn with a mind independent, we can become a devotee, or we can become a woman, or we can become a dog, whatever life you want. So the full mind independent Krishna is given to us so that we can utilize that independence and we can go back to Godhead. But what Puranjana's life history is very, very sad story. So in this purport, we can learn many lessons. Like I used to say that the sloka, the translation purport is like a sloka is like sambandha gyan, and translation is abhidhaya gyan, and purport is prayoga gyan. So when Prabhupada gives a detailed purport, that means how much prayoja we get from this text. From the translation, how much some sloka sambandha translates abhidaya and prayojana. How to act to come out from this problem of the material life. And the solution there is the prayojana. That's the purport. So in the purport, Prabhupada mentioned, I go word by word, sentence by sentence. In the first sentence, this is a description of material existence. Material existence is experienced when one becomes attached to woman and forgets his real identity as the eternal servant of Krishna, Nashta Smriti. So remembrance is bad or good, or Nashta Smriti, forgetfulness is bad or good. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good, because when you remember the past life, we become disturbed. So this is also Krishna's mercy. Forgetfulness also Krishna's mercy. So when you suppose we are the previous we are some animal, we had animal body. If you remember that, then this life also it will be miserable. So Krishna mercifully we forget all the previous life, but we can remember the present life, and we can do what we want to do on this life as human beings. This is Krishna's mercy, actually. In Srimad Bhagavad, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says 3.37, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Kamayesha Krodesha Rajadgura Samadbhava, Vahasara Mahapapa, Vitti Ene Vairinam. So who is the enemy in this material world? So Krishna said, Arjuna, the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is all devouring sinful enemy of this world. Kamayesha Krodesha Rajadguna Samudbhava. This is the enemy of this material world. So, how to come out from this problem? We forget we are all servant of Krishna. We act according to our own decision, and we suffer. So, first we have to understand why this is happening for me. Why you will forget Krishna? Because of attachment. So the first we have to understand, the first thing we need to know is that impure mind will always think of Maya. The purpose of Krishna conscious movement to purify the mind. Okay, so the impure mind always think of Maya. Only a purified mind will remember Krishna. So in the purport says, Prabhupada, we all forget we are attached to Krishna because of we are dragged by Maya. So you'll be pulled out the material information which is around you. Like yesterday also about Lila Prabhu was giving class, how Aja, Aja, everybody is calling you, come to me. Maya Gamanik Achandam, even Kunti is praying, your Maya is so strong, my dear Lord Krishna. So this is natural because the soul want to explore what is. Suppose Govind Prabhu was giving example. Govind Prabhu, he told one person, when you chant, don't think of the deer. Okay, just said to the devotee. So whenever you're chanting, he was thinking only the deer only. Because This is what our natural mind. When somebody says don't do it, we'll do that same thing only. We say somebody say don't think, we'll think that only. Because our mind is so impure. So here the impure mind always filled with anxiety for one's security, thoughts of wealth, and all types of physical sensation like eating, sleeping, non-devotional music and movies, etc. So if you want to become if you want to become more Krishna conscious, you must first purify the mind. Prabhupada says in the fourth canto and other chapters. So you are actually able to think of Krishna. When the mind is purified, you can think of Krishna. Otherwise, nasta spritigi, you forget Krishna. So Prabhupada says, you cannot remain on your present level of consciousness and then hope to think more of Krishna. It's not possible. It will not work. So first you have to purify the mind. So then the mind becomes pure, then we can think of Krishna. Otherwise, always a disturbed mind is, we cannot think of Krishna. So we need to be aware that purification of the mind is necessary. Why we have in this Srimad Bhagavatam class is a purification process. Purifying the mind, purifying the senses. Unless purify the mind, nothing works in Krishna consciousness. So purification is the must. So here some Prabhupada says, some of the purport, here something you can do that will help you to come to another level of consciousness. What are the things we can, for the Nasta Spritihi, we can Spritihi of Krishna, we can think of Krishna. So Prabhupada says, one of the class, we have to do Kirtana as much as possible in front of the Lord or in front of your home altar. Participate in Kirtana and listen to Kirtan recordings. Kirtan means not only singing, hearing lectures and doing service for Krishna. It's all Kirtan. Kirtanaya Sada Hari. Means we have to serve the Lord for the Nasta Spriti to Spriti of Krishna. And our Acharya says we have to take a Vaishnava book. Wherever you go and read and sing those songs. So very meaningful Vaishnava songs are there. So in Alkamda Thakur also says, to me, Thakur, Ama Kukur, I am just a dog, my dear Lord. I'm just like a dog. You are Thakur, you are the boss. So even in the Sishtashtakam, Mahaprabhu says, Ainanda Janada Kinkara Paritamba Vishame Bhavamadu. So Kinkara means is ready, like this, holding the hand and waiting for the service to the Lord. Kinkar, he is 24/7 is ready to do any service to the Lord and his devotee. He is a Kinkara. Ainanda Jana Kinkaram Paritamba Vishame Bhavamadu. So we have to become a Kinkar. So also, an Acharya says, never engage in politics because it will enter your mind. Anything Maya is like piercing the needle in the banana. It will be very soft, but will enter in your mind. Agitated it and pull it away from Krishna. We think of, so I used to say last time in class, so people are talking about BJP. Actually, the BJP, the founder of BJP, Srila Prabhupada, is a Bhakta Jan party. That's why you're talking about an association. The founder of BJP is Srila Prabhupada, Bhakta Jan Party. We are in the BJP only. Those who are in ISKCON, they are in BJP. So we should not engage in the politics that will it will remove our mind from Krishna, away from Krishna. Also, Acharya says, avoid the worst time. The thief is very bad. Oh, the thief, the stealing our mind from away from Krishna, negative news. So also, a very important thing, one of our Acharya says, if you want to others to stop talking badly about you, first stop talking badly about others. We should stop first. That is the principle. So, and one more giving the solution, make sure that your food is offered to the Lord with a pure mind. And we should not gossip. When you go to temple, we should not gossip about others. We should only talk about Krishna. So Prabhupada says, when you want to actually remember Krishna, now you know, normally when Prabhupada used to go to morning walk, wherever you go for morning walk, he used to connect each and everything to Krishna. The nature, the water, the sea, everything he used to connect because he's always in Krishna conscious. That's a pure devotee. One time Prabhupada walking near the seashore, I don't know, something New York. So one big ship where one small boat is pulling towards the shore, to the yard. Immediately Prabhupada asked his disciples, what did you learn? What you can learn from this? Many disciples said so many things. Somebody said because of the engine is off, that's the reason the small boat is able to pull this big ship. So Prabhupada finally said, so when our mind is like an engine, when the mind is off, that's the pritihi. Remember in Krishna, even the small desire that we can pull you to to the material world, coming back to the material world. Even the small desire of material world it will become a reason to forget Krishna. Even though the very big ship, the small boat is pulling the ship because the Krishna conscious is off. When our Krishna conscious is off, even the small desire, small thing will drag you from our life, our spiritual life. We should be very, very careful. So we want to become a devotee of Krishna means we should be very, very serious. Serious means not making others feeling very sad, bad about you. Means we should be happy. Instead of Prabhupada saying happy devotee means he makes happy devotee, others also happy. So in this way, in Bhagavatam also says, why this guna making us big, troubling the living entity? In Canto 1, Chapter 12, Chapter 2, Text number 19, it's mentioned, Taduraya Stamo Bhava Kama Lobhadaschaye Chetayedir Anavidham Sitam Sattve Prasidati. So, this is a solution. Why you are reading hearing Srimad Bhagavatam? Because Taduraya Tamo Bhava. We are all contaminated with Tamoguna, Rajogun. Kama Lobha Chaye. Kama Lobha Tadachaye. We have so many desires. Chetayedir Anavidham. So, when you keep on hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and chanting the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Slowly, all that ignorance, the passion, mode of passion and ignorance, everything will be removed, will be destroyed actually from your heart. And the anchoring also disappears from the heart. So then the devotee, Chitam Sattve Prasidhati. Then the devotee becomes steady, established in the mode of goodness, and become completely happy. Brahma Bhuta Prasiddhatma, Na Kochiti Na Kachati, Samasarveshu Bhuteshu Madbhakte Lavate Param. So Samasarveshu Bhuteshu Madbhakte Lavate Param. So you should see everybody equal actually. Brahma Bhuta, when you want to become Brahma Bhuta state, then only we can come out from the anxiety and the lamentation. So Srila Prabhupada is given a very good process to come to that stage, Brahma Bhuta stage, come out from the anxiety and the lamentation. Every one of us, we are lamenting for something which we cannot achieve, and we have so much anxiety. So how to come out from this? We have to hear Srimad Bhagavata. We have to chant the holy name. That is the only way. The only way we can come to that platform. So one time Prabhupada, one disciple asked Srila Prabhupada, what is the difference between the material world and spiritual world? What is the difference? Can anyone can share? Devotees can share? Hare Krishna. Prabhu, Mataji.
Yes, yes. Devotees can unmute themselves.
Yeah. What is the difference between material world and spiritual world?
Prabhu, material world is miseries, whereas spiritual world be a blissful.
Hariva, nice answer. Hariva.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Okay. So Prabhupada says very nice answer. So in this material world, there are activities of sense gratification, but whereas in the spiritual world, there are activities of Krishna consciousness. There's a difference. Material world means always activity for sense gratification, how to gratify your senses. In the material spiritual world, how to satisfy Krishna senses. Ishike Nitsukesh Sevanam Bhakti Uttamam. So how to satisfy Krishna? That is spiritual consciousness. Actually. Material consciousness means how to satisfy yourself. So Srila Prabhupada gives some of his disciples how to prosecute Krishna consciousness. So there is no limitation. So no material impediments can stop progress of Krishna consciousness. Any, whether you are poor, you are rich, we have a family or we don't have family, anywhere, anytime we can progress in the Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada gives small solution how to remember Krishna. So spiritual means it doesn't depend on material condition. When the spiritual life depend on material condition means that is not spiritual. Spiritual means that is not dependent on material condition. Prabhupada clearly says in purport 9.2. So the practice of Krishna consciousness means, as we know, we chant the holy name of the Lord first. Second, studying Srimad, our scriptures. This all will keep you remembering Krishna. That's very important. Ante Narayana Smriti. The purpose of human life to remember Krishna. Unless you practice, you cannot remember Krishna. So Prabhupada gives small hint how to remember Krishna. First, chanting the holy name. Second, studying Srila Prabhupada books, scriptures. Spending time with the devotees. discussing about Lord's pastime and philosophy. The fourth is always be uphold the four relative principles and eating only Krishna prasad, at least vegetarian diet. These are five Prabhupada gives one of his disciples. So there are many Prabhupada give many what are the problems in this material world and what is the solution of it Prabhupada gives. So in Ashta Smriti, not only the attached to the woman only drag it to the material world, even many things Rupa Goswami tells in Letter of Instruction, in text number 2. Atyahara prayasasya prajalpo niyograha yana sangasya laulyam cha sadvir bhakti vinashtati. Sadvir bhakti vinashtati. These are the 6 things that will destroy your bhakti. First is eating more than necessary or collecting more funds from required. When I came from Bahrain to India, many people said, don't go, you are only 50 or 48 now. Don't go to Bangalore now, how you will live? We should earn until 60 years. Even the devotee was saying, because he was a chartered accountant, so now the money value is this. After 10 years, the money value will be like this. Then ask, what is our value after 10 years? There is no value. When you have something, some strength in your body, you have to serve Krishna. We cannot offer Krishna the spoiled fruit. You can offer Krishna the fresh fruit. Then Krishna like this. After finishing all the energy, working in the office and so many things, and what energy we have after 60 years, we will be taking rest only. So when you have energy in your body, when you have energy in your mind, we should serve Krishna. So eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required, or enduring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. These are the lustos with. These are things it will forget, it will become reason to forget Krishna. And talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matter. Third. Fourth, practicing the scripture rules and regulations only for the sake of following them, and not for the sake of spiritual advancement. So whatever we do, it is for our spiritual advancement. Why our Guru, why Srila Prabhupada emphasizing this follow regulative principle, chant the holy name, hear Srimad Bhagavata, it is for our benefit. So Guru ne bol diya, isliye hum follow kar rahe hain. So we are following for our own benefit, our own purification. And the fifth is Jana Sangasya Laulyamcha. Associated with the worldly minded person who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. If that kind of people, we have to only give association and don't take association from them. Because when you are going for yatra, many people will come. But whatever I can give them, medicine, what Srila Prabhupada give to us, I used to give them. But they are all chanting now. We don't take association from them, give association to them. And sixth is being greedy for mundane achievements. These are the nashta smriti, sadvir bhakti vinashyati. It will spoil our devotion from your heart. So what is the solution now? So these are the things Rupa Goswami says, it will spoil your devotion. The solution to these kinds of bad association, this is all a bad association only. Not only women. These are the bad association. So how to come out from this bad association? So in text number 3, letter of instruction, Rupa Goswami clearly says, Utsaham dhairya nishtaya dhairya tattat karma pravartana sangotyaho sato vritti sadvir bhakti prasiddhyati. The other 6 was vinashyati, these 6 are prasiddhyati. So the 6 principles favorable to the pure devotional service. First, being enthusiastic. We should be always enthusiastic. So when Srila Prabhupada, with his disciple, always used to watch what all the disciples are doing. Even though Prabhupada used to say, you go to Pakistan, you go to China, you go to Germany, you go to, even though you don't have any money, just imagine. When you have money itself, we are thinking how to go, there is no room available, what we'll do. They don't have money, they don't have friends, they don't have anything, but they have only mercy of Srila Prabhupada. They are very enthusiastic how to spread this mission. That's what Krishna wants from us. Enthusiastic. Endeavor with the confidence. We should have confidence and being patient. So in the patience, when you become, we are not patient, we become patient. Patient. We should have patience. So I was very on class. He said, patience with Lord is called faith. Patience with the Lord is called faith. Even though we're chanting the holy name of the Lord, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we may face many problems, obstacles in our life, but we have patience. So it's called faith. Patience with our own self is called self-confidence. We should have patience. Yes, I'm chanting the holy name. One day I will achieve Krishna. I will get the mercy of Krishna. We should have self-confidence. No, I'm chanting 16 rounds, 15 years. Still I'm not getting any mercy from the Lord. We should have patience. Definitely we'll get the mercy. There is no doubt. Prabhupada said, those who chant, those who hear, definitely they get the mercy of Shri Krishna, Radha, Krishna. So patience with ourselves is called self-confidence. Patience with others is called respect. So, patience with others is called respect. Sometimes maybe others, maybe some misunderstanding will come because of the material world, but we should have respect. Patience with others. Patience with our family members is called love. It's called love. When you love, even though your children are doing so many things towards you, against you, your family members doing so many things against you, still you have maintained the patience because you love them. You want to give Krishna to them. This is called enduring with the saying, being patient. This is what Rupa Goswami is saying. Piece of instruction. So the fourth is acting according to the regulative principles, like Shravanam Kirtanam. Shravanam Kirtanam of what? Vishnu Swaranam. We do Shravanam Kirtanam, not Vishnu Swaranam. So specifically, Prahlada said, Shravanam Kirtanam, Vishnu Swaranam. We have to remember the Lord, Krishna, or Vishnu. This is fourth. The fifth one, Rupa Goswami says, abandoning the association of non-devotee. We have to give up association. Whatever required from them, you have to give association, don't take association from them. And the following the footsteps of our previous Acharya. These are the six principles Rupa Goswami says that will success it will assure the complete success of our pure devotional service. So everyone should read the Daksha instruction many times. Not only one time, many times you have to read Daksha instruction. Very small book, but very, it's like a log book for the devotee. Many instructions of Rupa Goswami is given in this book. Very, it's a law journal, we say, no? They quote many things from so many cases. They like this law journal. Rupa Goswami is given this instruction. The instruction to be followed. So in this way, we can develop our Krishna consciousness from the Nasta Smriti, forgetting of Krishna by following all these principle given by our Acharya. So the power of association is very, very important. Association with a devotee. Even Bhagavatam says, even the movement association with the Krishna Bhakta is completely, it cannot be compared to your elevation of the even Swarga. So when I was reading ninth canto of Srimad Bhagavata, where Parashurama killed all the Kshatriyas 21 times. Jamadagni told him, go to the holy places, do yatra. So because I am doing yatra, I was just remembering this verse. So go to yatra. Yatra, I am going for my own purification. Go to yatra and it will come out from all the sinful reactions. Why the holy places are very, very important? Because in the holy places we can see many pure devotees there. Even movement associates the pure devotee, even though we don't know they are devotee or non-devotee, but association is very, very important. Even unknowingly we get associated with that kind of devotee, we get purification. That's how holy places is very, very powerful to remove all our sinful reactions. Even Jiva Goswami says, Bhagavat Sanghi, Sangha means association with the person who are attached to the Bhagavan Shri Krishna. This is a real association. We should have association with the devotee who are very attached to Krishna. That is called association. In this way, when you have association with the pure devotee, Vallabhacharya said, they will enjoy unlimited happiness by just reaching Krishna's nectarian Leela. This is what Vallabhacharya says. When you go to Vrindavan, all of Vallabhacharya, the Sampradaya, his descendants, they always give Leela of the Lord. With a devotee, they enjoy the Leela. The Krishna's Leela with the devotee. They always glorify Krishna. When you go in Kartik, Vrindavan, all the temples, you can hear the glorification of Krishna in the Leela. Because it purifies the heart of his devotee. So Prabhupada gives what is the example. He says, one cannot compare the association of pure devotee to anything material. The pure devotees are factually liberated even in this material world. Even the devotees are in the material world, they are already liberated. So you can see the example of our Acharyas, Radhanath Swami Maharaj, Satcidananda Maharaj, Jayapata Swami Maharaj, Dr. Swami Maharaj. So Jayapata Swami Maharaj, when he went to Mayapur, he traveled from Hyderabad to Bhubaneswar. He was participating in the Sri Kshetra Parikrama from Hyderabad, from Bhubaneswar to Puri to Calcutta to many villages, and he is coming to Mayapur at 7 o'clock. We took blessing from Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, and immediately we went to give class for Chaitanya Charitamrita class. How? They are not from this material world, we can see, they are not from the material world, they are from spiritual world. Just to give association to us, because we are an impure soul, conditioned soul. So just by getting association with that kind of pure devotee, one gets purified. So Prabhupada also gives example that devotion service is eternal. It has no end because it is spiritual. It's eternal. Whatever service you are doing, we are going to continue in the Golak Vrindavan or Vaikuntha. Same service will continue. Maybe you are attached to flower garland, somebody attached to cooking, somebody attached to book distribution, somebody attached to addressing the Lord. The same service will get in spiritual world. A different planet also, maybe. So we should always desire association with the Krishna. Bhakti is always have to desire. Whatever janma we may take. Mama janmani janmani Ishwari Bhagavata Bhakti Hagaitu Deepani. That's what Mahaprabhu says. Bhagavata Bhakti Hagaitu Deepani. So in this way, Prabhupada also gives the solution how to remember Krishna from Natha Smriti, how to be focused in our Krishna conscious life. The second point in the purport, we see, in this way, in one body to after another, the living entity perpetually suffers the threefold miseries of material existence. To save human civilization from the darkness of ignorance, this movement was started. The main purpose of Krishna conscious movement is to enlighten the forgetful living entity and remind him of his original Krishna consciousness. In this way, the living entity can be saved from the catastrophe of ignorance as well as bodily transfiguration. So, the purport Prabhupada clearly mentioned what is the purpose of this movement. So, even as Bhaktivinoda Thakur has sung, Anadi karma pale padi bhavavana jale sare bhare ne dhyayi upaya yehi vishaya hala hale divaresi hiyajvale manakavu sukha nahi paya. Because of my past spiritual activities, I have now fallen into the ocean of nursing. I cannot find any means to get out of this great ocean, which is indeed like an ocean of poison. We are trying to be happy through sense enjoyment, but actually that so-called enjoyment is like a food that is too hot and causes burning in the heart. I feel burning sensation constantly day and night, and thus my mind cannot be find satisfaction. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur clearly says it's like a hot food. Like in Kannada ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ ಬಿಸಿ ತುಪ್ಪ ನುಂಗಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಉಗಿಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಆ ತರ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ life. So basically existence like that only. So that's the reason the spiritual life is very, very important. It will satisfy all of our needs. Our mind will come out from all the anxiety and the lamentation. So even Prabhupada clearly mentioned in the purport, the purpose of the Hare Krishna movement to enlighten the forgetful living entity. That's what Sloka says. Nashta Spurdihi. He forget what is the real duty. So even seven purpose of ISKCON also emphasizing how to make others remember Krishna. The first purpose, we know that. Systematic propagate spiritual knowledge. Why spiritual is important? So that we can remember Krishna. The second purpose, to propagate the consciousness of Krishna, so that we can remember Krishna, as revealed in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, so that we can be fixed our mind remembering Krishna. The third purpose, to bring members of the society together, to the association Prabhupada talking about, so that we can remember Krishna. When you are alone, maybe your mind will drag you to so many directions. But when you have the devotee, you always think of Krishna. That's what third purpose also, remembering Krishna only. The fourth purpose, to teach and encourage the Sankirtana movement, congregation chanting of the holy name of God. So this is also to remind Krishna, to remember Krishna. So what are the principles we go through this? The final conclusion to remember Krishna. Make others remember Krishna. That's fourth. To fifth is to erect the members of society of Lord as holy place of transcendental pastime. So again, Prabhupada talking about how to remember Krishna, holy places. Going for holy places, hearing the Krishna's pastime so that we can remember Krishna in our heart. we can capture Krishna in our heart. So the sixth, we'll see what purpose is. To bring the members closer together for the purpose of teaching simple and more natural way of life. The natural way of life, always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. This also, purpose of the movement is to remind Krishna is our Supreme Lord. We are a servant of Krishna. To remind again and again the members to be very close together. So the seventh purpose is with a view up towards achieving the aforementioned purposes to publish and distribute periodicals, magazines, books, and other writings. So this is the purpose of what? To remembering Krishna. So all the purposes given in Prabhupada for Radha Krishna movement, to remember Krishna from Nashta Spritihi to the Gnanam, remembering Krishna. So how wonderfully systematically Prabhupada has designed this seven principle of ISKCON movement. Everything remember Krishna only. So when you remember Krishna, no Maya. When you forget Krishna, Maya itself. It's like a two sides of the coin. One side Krishna, one side Maya. When you forget Krishna, you see Maya directly. So we have opportunity now, in December, we have book marathon. So that when you distribute books, that means we are distributing Krishna to them. So that just reading, the seeing Krishna, remember Krishna. Just seeing the book, they can see Krishna, they can remember Krishna. So this is a book marathon, very, very important for us. Now, Gita Jayanti, we have book marathon. So I request all the devotees, please distribute books as much as possible. We can sponsor books, or we can give free to your friends. Any function is coming, Namakarana, marriage, just sponsor some books, distribute some books in the gathering, so that they can remember Krishna. So this way, the seven principles is very, very well designed by Srila Prabhupada. So in the purpose says, material existence is always full of anxiety. People are always trying to find many ways to mitigate anxiety. But because they are not guided by a real leader, they try to forget material anxiety through drinking and sex indulgence. Foolish people do not know that by attempting to escape anxiety by drinking and sex, they simply increase the duration of material life. That's all. It is not possible to escape material anxiety in this way. It is not possible. Prabhupada clearly mentioned the purport. So how to overcome anxiety? So the very, very simple solution Aracha has given. The more we are in search of happiness, the more we will find sadness in our life. So when you give happiness, you get happiness. It's not that I want to become happy. We should think always how we can make others happy. Then we become happy. The first one. The second one, the more we engage in activities of our own pleasure, the more we will find pain in our life. So what will be the solution? We have to engage activity for pleasure of Krishna and Acharya. Then all will pain, pleasure. We find pleasure. The second thing. Third thing, the more we engage in activities of our own scientific application, the more we will find distress in our life. So what is the solution? We have to engage our activity for Krishna satisfaction. The more we do Krishna satisfaction, we'll come out with all the distress from our life. The fourth one. So as long as the motivation of our activities is to find honor, I'm doing Kirtan now, I'm preaching very good now, I want to be honored. If you think like that, they say, the more will be suffered dishonor in our life. So we are all just servant of Krishna, keep in this mind always, I am servant of Krishna, servant of his devotee. Gopi Bhakti Padakamade, Dhasu Dasanu Das. That's the Mahaprabhu's mood. Servant of Krishna. When you have this mood, you will never become distressed. Even somebody dishonor you, you will never bother. It's what how to overcome the anxiety. So the fifth one is the principle of material existence of anxiety only. As soon as a child born, he cries. Correct? So when he born, nobody coming out from the womb of mother laughing. Only Krishna can come like this. So in this way, we have anxiety more and more. So even we can give the extreme example of the Stalin. Stalin was the founder of what is the communism. So when he found the communism, all other his followers have become very famous. His close associates. So what he thought, he started killing them one by one because he started feeling insecure. So when the material is so attached, you feel insecure in this world. That's the nature of this world. So he killed all the Stalin associate, he only killed. So all the Prabhupada says, in this material world, the concept of I and mind cause anxiety. Even the Apple people there, this iPhone, iPad, I suffer. There I always with capital letters, correct? No? Even when you write something also, I mean capital. I am boss. All are thus. I am boss. It causes anxiety. We think more I have, the more I will be happy. That's what people are thinking. But we fail to fathom that the more we possess, the more we have to work to maintain and sustain what we have. So that's called Atyahara Prayasanta. When you have more, our time to maintain that only will spoil all our time, valuable time. Also, to maintain that, we add more money and more worry, and we'll lose it finally. So these are the things we should be very careful when we want to advance in our Krishna conscious life. And what are the solutions? Prabhupada gives solution also. So the perfect cure for this chronic disease of anxiety is the practice of Bhakti Yoga. So Prabhupada gives what is the problem of this material world, and Prabhupada gives what is the solution. So Bhakti Yoga is the only solution, the chronic disease of anxiety and distress. So the most potent solution practiced by the Bhakti Yoga devotee is to increase our connection to Krishna by chanting the holy name of the Lord with attention and sincerity. That's what Prabhupada says. We have to develop the connection with Krishna more and more. We should never forget Krishna at any time. Whether you're in the midst of problem or you're in the midst of happiness. But never disconnect Krishna from your life. That means you will be having anxiety and distress. The second solution. This leads to attachment to the Lord. Remember Krishna, when you have connection to Krishna, this leads to attachment to the Lord and give us higher things. So when before coming to Krishna, we used to eat onion, garlic, many things. No? When he started eating the higher stage, the Krishna Prasadam, we forget all the smaller things, this material. And Prabhupada says, and while helping us transcend petty material causes of worry, and also help us perform our duties happily. That's what Krishna concept is. Why Krishna is giving instruction to Arjuna in the battlefield? We are all on the battlefield only. We are on battlefield of family life, battlefield of office life, battlefield of our neighbors, so many things. We are on the battlefield. We have to face the battle. So how to face the battle? Krishna is giving instruction to Arjuna so that he can be fixed, remembering Krishna. Krishna says, just remember me at all times. That's the simple solution. So also Prabhupada says, sincere practice of Krishna consciousness convinces the practitioner that only connection to God can give tangible happiness in their life. We should come to the conclusion. Yes, Prabhupada says, connection to Krishna only gives happiness, nothing else. We should have the conclusion. When you have that conclusion, what happens? You will avoid all the petty material things, which is like a Maya. So, for that devotee, such kind of devotee is not diluted by anything of this world. They are not diluted. They are very strong in this practicing of Krishna Bhakti. So, in this way, as Prabhupada, many things we can learn from this purport. So, Prabhupada says, Prabhupada quotes the sloka, until we work and act for pleasure of 37 50% regarded, we have to suffer the duality of material existence. That's why Lord Krishna says in the 3rd chapter, Yajnartha karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadaha tadattam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samasara. We have to do activities to please Krishna. Otherwise, what happens? Lokoyam karma bandhana. The same karma will bind you. According to Krishna, it will remove the when somebody has become handcuffed, the police has become handcuffed to you. Correct? You will the jailer should open the handcuff. You cannot open yourself. Similarly, Yajnata karma anyatra, when you do activity for the Krishna, the jailer will open the handcuff. Our Acharya is like the jailer, means act like a jailer. Acharya, they'll open the handcuff, you become free. Because we are doing activity for Krishna. When you do activity for Krishna, what happens? Lokoyam karma bandhana. You become bound by a handcuff of the material existence on 3 modes of material nature. So Prabhupada says, so as long as we do what we like to do, we should understand that we are extending our perspective of our own bondage in the material system. We should do what Acharya wants to do, what Srila Prabhupada wants us to do. So Prabhupada also says, but as soon as we do what Krishna wants to do, what the great devotee and behalf of Krishna are telling us to do, through the process, we gradually become free from all the miseries, perplexities, and anxiety of the material world. Simple solution Prabhupada given. We have to do what Krishna wants to do. We have to do what our devotee, senior devotee wants us to do. What we have to do, the Acharyas want us to do. So when we do this, then we slowly cover with all the anxieties, miseries of the material world. So in this way, we have to not only hearing, we have to practice in your daily life. Unless you practice, even if you hear for 25 years, we cannot achieve our goal. We have to practice every day, little by little. Like Prabhupada or senior devotee used to say, so suppose I want to get up early in the morning for chanting for 4 o'clock. So if you cannot get up 4 o'clock, wake up at 5 o'clock. Slowly come to 4:55, 4:50, 4:45, like this. Slowly endeavor. Even small endeavor, Krishna will reward you. Don't worry. Krishna will definitely reward you. Krishna is seeing He is sitting ever in his heart. He knows what is our desire. Our desire to elevate ourselves to Krishna conscious, or we know what you want to become. So, like example, purpose gives caterpillar. So caterpillar always meditate, even though it is very ugly. No, caterpillar, the previous of butterfly form. Caterpillar always think, I want to become butterfly, I want to become butterfly, I want to become butterfly. Keep on meditating. So we also should meditate. I want to become pure devotee, I want to become pure devotee, I want to become a devotee at face first, then become pure devotee. Then slowly that endeavor, that desire will transform us to become a devotee or become pure devotee. So, Hare Krishna, thank you all very much. Please bless me, Lord. I also become a devotee one day with all your blessings. In this way, we can connect ourselves with Srimad Bhagavata and Gopal Gopal, so that we can elevate our consciousness and we can go back to God. Hare Bo, Nirantara Srimad Bhagavatam Jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Guru Devi Ki Jai, Hare Bo.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for a wonderful class on helping us understand how living entity becomes overpowered by ignorance and becomes miserable. Many points, I think, a few key takeaway points are like one must strive to purify the mind. Even a small desire, just like the small boat, can take away the big ship, can take us away from Krishna consciousness. And thank you for helping us, or rather reiterating the importance of ISKCON in our lives, and also how we can get relieved from anxiety. So devotees can unmute themselves to share reflections, or if they have any questions, please ask Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So I ask questions to all of you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thanks for the nice class, Prabhu, as usual. Prabhuji, one thing, why we always say, always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. Why both points are said, Prabhu? What is the reason? I mean,
if you remember Krishna, you will not forget Krishna. When you forget Krishna, you cannot remember Krishna.
if we say always remember Krishna, that means never forget Krishna.
Yeah,
That
never
is
forget Krishna means that is instruction actually. When you forget Krishna, we inviting all the problems, anxieties and distress of this material world. That's the reason say never forget Krishna, so that we can come out of all the anxiety of this material world. So always
Okay,
remember Krishna means we are not facing any problems in the material world. When you forget Krishna, that means you'll face all the problems. That's why it clearly says. So why Krishna Prabhupada says chant and be happy? He will not say just, he didn't say only chant. So when you chant, you become happy. Like this.
sure, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
It's a reinforcement, Prabhu.
Haribo.
Okay, okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So I will ask question to all of you. Can I ask?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Okay. We are all chanting the holy name of the Lord. We are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. So how to measure our advancement in our spiritual life?
Put a level of a detachment, Prabhu. Detachment for the worldly things.
Okay. Nice point.
The happiness that we feel in spite of all the miseries, Prabhu.
Very nice point, Mataji. Very nice.
Associate with devotees who are advanced like you, Prabhuji.
Advanced
Hare
devotees.
Krishna. We are equipoised in happiness and distress. We try to do that.
Anyway, Mata Spashtasa Kaunteya, Hirojana Sukhadukkhata. So this is all the material world. When you read Bhagavad Gita, you can understand all these points. Okay. Any devotees?
We find enthusiasm in doing Seva, Prabhu.
Haribo, right.
and feeling very humble, not feeling that I have achieved something, like not feeling that I have advanced, or anyone has advanced, not feeling that. That is also.
Very nice, Prabhu. One devotee asked a question, Radhasham Prabhu. Radhasham Prabhu? No. Atul Krishna Prabhu. So I am chanting the holy name, the Lord. When I see others, they are not chanting me, I'm getting angry. Why, Prabhu? He asked question. Because you are ego. I am chanting, this person is not chanting. So they very nicely explained actually. So we should be very, very happy to say. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So,
wonderful class. That how much happiness it brings in your association. That will give an indication of how much advanced you are in the spiritual life. For an example, when Guru Maharaj comes, the entire temple will be, it's like a celebration, that is a power of association, that happiness is which is bringing out of the association. That is the advancement in spiritual thing.
So, because they carry Krishna with them always, they never forget Krishna. If we forget Krishna, there is no attraction towards us actually. When you carry Krishna in your heart always, the conditions will be attracted towards that personality. Like all the acharyas, Radhana Swami, Lokana Swami, Guru Maharaj, they will just carry Krishna in their heart. So the final conclusion is how we can measure we are advanced in the Krishna consciousness life means how much attachment we have developed to Krishna. Like gopis, how much attached to our instruction given by Srila Prabhupada, our acharyas. So in this way, we can measure ourselves. Are we attached to Krishna? Are we attached to our instruction given by the acharyas? Or still we are floating on the same level? So in this way, we can measure. We have to measure ourselves every day whether I'm advancing in Krishna consciousness actually, or I am in the same level. Every day, I have to measure yourself because we are not in Brahmacharya ashram. They will check. Oh, you're not coming from Mangalarti, but ourselves we can check. I'm advancing in Krishna consciousness. Take a note. Okay, I have been chanted, I didn't read Prabhupada's book. That means I'm not in the same level. So in this way, we have to measure yourself because Krishna is there in your heart. You will see, oh, this person is very serious. Let me help him to advance. So when you have sincere desire, definitely Krishna will help all of us. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, we'll conclude in the interest of the time. We'll conclude with Vaishnava Pranams. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripas.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki
Jai.
Shri Murari Prabhu ki Jai.
Hare